Everybody, it's Invictus. Time to know that you can run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Saturday, Mosh Pit. I hope your holiday weekends are awesome. Hopefully you survived Black Friday yesterday and everything that is going along with that. But I also hope you had a great holiday. And of course, if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving one final time, I just hope you had a great week going on into the brand new weekend here. We did not have another video across 2,000 likes, so it looks like we're going to come up a little bit short for the like streak goal, but I have no doubt that we're going to hit it next week, and we'll start on next Sunday for Missing No Week. A good way to kick off December and going on into the other holidays of the end of the year. So here's your meme of the day. I have a feeling this meme of the day is probably going to get it started on the right foot here. Sent in once again by Prestigious Turn 268. Title of the thread was Waiting for It Lives on episode 356. And in the thread, they also said, dusted off an old-timey meme format for this one. Isaac. Yep. Pretty much what I had to do, and it's pretty cool when the game does that. Thank you very much, Prestigious Turn, and everyone who upvoted that gem. Hopefully it didn't happen this time around. Hopefully get a strong run, and we need a strong start is what we need. Seed Day, this is a pretty good one. Seed Day is going to be Whiskey Foxtrot Quebec 0 Echo Bravo Romeo Hotel. We're starting off right off the bat with Deadeye, which is a fantastic tier effect, which is going to allow us to deal more damage every time we land an accurate shot on an enemy, and then that damage resets as soon as we miss or hit a wall or something like that. But if there's no enemies, then, well, it's kind of just too bad. Secret room should be there, by the way, I think. And we're also starting off with the Bible, which is going to give us flying, and it could prove to be useful. You never know when you need the Bible. You find one of those rooms that has a bunch of chests that are locked behind steel blocks, or like even that infamous black soul heart room where there's one singular soul heart in between a entire brick of steel blocks, and then next thing you know, you got yourself an easy peasy. Yeah, we're gonna use a Bible in here. Easy peasy soul heart that you didn't have to do anything for. I use the Bible in here just because I don't want the rocks to get in the way, and even though it doesn't give us any sort of like spectral tiers or anything like that, it does allow us to get a little bit better angles whenever we're trying to fight these Claudies. And missing Deadeye is almost secondary right now, just compared to we just need to land any shots. Doesn't matter if they're empowered or not, just so we can get these jerks out of here. And luckily our range and shot speed is good enough to where we can kind of push our shots a little bit. The Bible is also going to give us 1 of 3 out of the Seraphim transformation, which is excellent, of course. And I wouldn't mind that. I mean, we might go angel deals today. I don't know. Stanley kind of came through for us yesterday, but it's always a struggle, right? There's always some kind of struggle going on in Isaac, and yesterday was kind of no exception. Although it showed bits and pieces of good, with a lot of bad, or at least mid. Get jumper cables here, which is not going to be too bad for us to get if we can afford it. Priority, of course, is going to go to the Soul Heart first and foremost. We also pick up Luckfoot inside of the item room, which means that we're going to have neutral or positive pills. So it's not quite pH Dizzle, but it's almost as good because at least we can start taking pills. We can identify them, and we get I Can See Forever. There we go. Let's go back to the secret room, which is right exactly where I said it was. And we get a full charge, which is going to do absolutely bloody nothing. And there's no doubt, undoubtedly, that's going to be a mini boss over to the left over here. I would like to go back and get those pills if we could. Nope, no mini boss. I'd like to go back and get those pills if we can in the curse room. But, obviously, we don't really have... we don't have much of an option right now, but if we end up getting just a regular old HP upgrade from the boss here, then obviously we'll be able to go back in there. Go grab it. There is a temperance machine here, so we can at least afford the soul heart, if at all else. Then there's a judgment too. I doubt that we're going to get anything from judgment. However, we just don't have enough. We don't have enough monies. We have no money. We have no moolah, no dinero, no mas dinero, no mas Daenerys Targaryen. Spoilers. Although I will say this is what I will say about what I saw over the weekend. In some wild Facebook post, I saw that apparently, supposedly, and this is coming from Screen Rant, so it might be official, Supposedly George R.R. Martin says that they're going to fix, quote, fix season 8 of Game of Thrones. Now, if they end up doing that, if they end up, I swear to God, if they end up going, oh, it was just all a vision from Bran, I will forgive everything that ever happened in season 7, and hopefully they do it right. Yeah, I'm just gonna bomb here. I don't want to go down to. Oh my gosh, got a lot of moolah here. We could take jumper cables, but again, the priority still is going to lie with a soul heart, and I'm just going to fade those hearts over there, or the pills inside of the curse room. We could go and get it for half price, but. If they actually go back and retcon everything that happened in season 7 as it was a vision of the future, or this is what we must prevent to happen. If they do that, I will forgive all. They have one chance of redemption to fix Game of Thrones. And the only even reason why I even talk about this is because Screen Rant, I don't know much about them, but I know that they are somewhat official. Oh, we just gonna do this room again. I know that they are somewhat official, kind of, and supposedly George R.R. Martin has expressed interest in fixing season whatever for Game of Thrones. So I hope that's possible. That would be a once in history retcon if they just said, nope, you know what? Yeah, D&D screwed up everything. Let's do it right this time. Let's get actual, real directors behind this here. Yeah, I don't think Benny Hoff and whatever the other Dave's name was is going to be any part of that. Thank you. Speedball. We did need some more movement speed here. And, oh man, Lusty Blood. Lusty Blood is massive here, and so is Guppy's head. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do it here. I'm gonna stick with these. I'm gonna stick with the Bible, though. Again, don't underestimate the amount of safety that flying gives you. And in an emergency, it can be the difference between life and death. So we also have a very, very nice upgrade here in Lusty Blood. You don't know what Lusty Blood is. It's going to make Isaac deal more damage every time we kill an enemy, and that damage upgrade lasts only for the room that you're in. This is kind of a bad room here. We could get that tarot card. Could get Key Bum, but obviously we're not we're not gonna do that. Hopefully this is a bedroom here. It's not, but it's Diplopia. Ooh, man. If we can get back, I did not notice if the Devil Deal stayed open, I mean. But if it is, we could get 2 or 3 Seraphim and 2 or 3 Guppy, and we also just got Backstabber. Good lord. Okay, well. So this run got very, very, very interesting now. We can get Diplopia, and we might even want to take it over the Bible, although I am a little bit nervous doing so on 1 HP, but we've got so much damage built. I mean, this is a high horsepower, high octane run here. So if we can get, actually no, we're not gonna be able to get the 2 or 3 Seraphim, but we could get 2 or 3 Guppy. Man, I wish I would have gone to the shop before going into the Devil Deal, though. He's in the super secret room here. Oh man, that would have been perfect for a Guppy item. Yeah, it did not stay open. So now we have to make a decision. Do we stick with Diplopia, or do we go for, or do we just take the buy? I mean, it's so tough here because Diplopia could be the way out, but you cannot ignore the safety of flying. The Stars card, yep. Okay. So let's go with. We can get into the curse room too, man. We can get into the curse room with a full charge and flying. and then get out of there with the stars card. But if we do that, we won't be able to take Diplopia in there anyway. So I'm gonna risk it. This is risky. I don't feel good. I feel good about this little gambit that we're on right now, but I don't feel safe. I know that's a lucky penny over there, but on 1 HP, I'm not going to tempt fate and test the hitbox of the spikes. And Curse of the Blind. Going last week's question of the episode, coming in from the record-setting day, which obviously was a very sarcastic title. But the like streak goal absolutely got crushed on that one. This one coming in from Speedtrap248, who said, question of the episode, can we plan on getting a Best of Sin 2025 compilation from all the games you've ever played? It's something I'd like to do. It's something that I wish that we had organized a little bit more. We do have a best of... sorry, I'm taking a drink of water real quick. We do have a top clips and nominees for best runs, worst runs in the Discord. If you've not seen that, definitely go check those out. But at the same time, though, I wish that we had clips. I wish YouTube had a better way of doing clips for viewers to be able to say, hey, this is really cool, clip that, and then send it and link it. You know, say what you want about Twitch, but they do have some better things. They do some things better than YouTube does. I mean, just bottom line. 40-hour energy here. We got to play so careful here, especially with these Globins all stalking about. So yes, I would like to do something like that. I don't have any curated lists or anything like that in terms of prepared content for something, for a compilation. I would love to do that. Sort of the best of and worst of 2025. That's something I'd like Alex to do, but putting him on that task is a monumental feat. And I don't want to make him feel like he has to do something like that. And also it'd be pretty expensive to pretty expensive to get him to pay him to do something like that. Sorry. This is a death room here. we got to be locked in. I do not trust this run's survivability yet. I trust our damage, but I don't trust our survivability. I'm glad that we got the movement speed upgrade from Speedball. But we may have to, just for safety reasons, since it's Curse of the Blind, we may have to just go into, if we see 2 soul hearts in the shop, we may just have to rip Diplopia in there, or even 1 soul heart in the shop. Of course, that's assuming that we find the shop first, which right now we've just found nothing. No tinted rocks, no nothing. And we're going to continue to find nothing, apparently. And normally I'd be a little bit worried about a room like this, but we do have enough damage to sit there and play chicken with these grubs. We didn't find the shop or item room. Not that I would go into the item room anyway, but the shop was something I really wanted to see. And it is possible for us, even though it's Curse of the Blind, it is still possible for us to use Diplopia and copy what we pick up, as long as I'm quick with it. I mean, real quick. It's just like Void. As long as Isaac is holding it up in the air, you have a chance of doing whatever you want with that item. That includes copying it. Super Secret Room's probably right here. It is. Hoping that was going to be a Dagaz rune. Oh, that was a champion. That could have been real bad. I didn't realize that there was a champion in here. Agalaz doesn't do much for us. Soul of Eden. Yeah, that could have been real bad. Not real bad. It could have been the ultimate bad. We were, that was death in there. We got to get through this ridiculous room, and our reward will be going into the shop. We do have a golden key, so it's not going to cost us anything in terms of, well, keys. And of course, there's no soul hearts in here, so Empress card is not going to get us there. E10. Was there a pill in here? There was a pill. Right now, we cannot just rip Diplopia. We're going to have to hope that we get a devil deal and hope that it's good. Like 9 lives good. If there's 9 lives in there, it's game over. We get Guppy. That's it. And we'll send everyone home happy. Right now, it's a little bit tense. Fallen is not who I wanted to see. Fallen is a very, very dangerous boss on 1 HP. We got to bomb him pretty much as soon as he splits. Okay, we got through it. Dark Prince's Crown is not going to help us, and that is a complete, utter waste of a floor here. Yeah, that was terrible. And another Curse of the Blind. Are you kidding me, game? Like, seriously. Yeah, I think I have permission to complain about that, because once, fine. It's annoying. We're good enough to survive it. Fine, whatever. 2, and I'm legitimately annoyed. Especially on 1 HP here. We've got to be so careful in this room. I know it wants me going to the big room. The statues are not the danger in here, it's the nubs. The blood clots that are. Because they will fire as soon as you cross their vision. Their, quote, vision. That looks like a dead end to me in that square room. Okay, so if there is a soul heart in here, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to mess around. If there's a soul heart in this shop, I will take it and Diplopia it. Maybe. There's one. But there's not, so. We don't have a bomb. That could be bombable for a secret room to get into this vault. But vaults really aren't all that worth it. Most of the time. Bunch of full charges here. All we gotta do is just bleed one of the bomb flies, and yeah, that should be enough to take him out with his damage. Again, the flies are not necessarily the danger here. It's actually the spitting grubs. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna get whatever shape this is, game. All right, there's our Isaac circle of the day. Unbelievable, isn't it? We have one bomb, but I need to wait to see if there's a tinted rock somewhere. This room's actually surprisingly easy. All you have to do is take out the Claudie that I just sniped there, and the rest is easy. It looks like a very intimidating room, but if you can do this, if you have the shot speed and the accuracy, it becomes extremely easy, and the damage, obviously. And thank our lucky stars, we have Deadeye here. Secret room's south of here now, I think. Mushroom is the problem in here. Reason why the mushroom is the problem is because while you're trying to dodge all the clown physics-y of this stuff, it's just going to wait until you cross and then fire. Look at non-XL floor, by the way. I just want to point that out. They had a chance there. They didn't take it. The game had a chance to really... I mean, we were boned in that corner right there. We were absolutely screwed, but that spider we just killed right there didn't take the right angle. We were trapped. We were absolutely trapped. All this spider or this spider had to do was walk towards us. This is the one that dropped the ball because we were right here. And we only could go this way because the bomb fly was coming up like this. So the only move that we had was to do this. And all this one had to do was just step in that way. This one had to step down, either one, and we were cooked. So we got really lucky there that the game did not take advantage of that bad positioning. Because they set that corner up perfectly. Then we go ahead and take an easy hit here in a room that we really shouldn't ever take any damage in. It wasn't even to the boss. I mean, thankfully it wasn't to the boss because we would have lost an entire soul heart. PJ's is huge. Man, I should have been paying attention. That could have been it. This is... I mean, it's not going to be anything that we want. It's just not. I want to see what's inside this vault, even though it's probably going to be a lot of poop. We have the petrified poop, but PJ's gives us a lifeline. If I wasn't talking and was actually paying attention, we could have duplicated that, and our survival woes are long gone. There's lots of money in here, lots of bombs, so we can at least check to see if this secret room is there. Okay, so we've stabilized here thanks to PJ's. Good cardio coin there. I'm not going to go into the cursed room. We just got done getting thrown a lifeline here. I'm not going to throw away one of our soul hearts that we desperately needed just because there's a curse room here that we probably won't get anything out of. Really? Okay. We can breathe a little easier here, knowing that we've got enough leeway to make some mistakes, but that doesn't mean that we're going to play sloppy. Still got to play like... Always play as if you have one hit left before you're dead. Now, obviously, it's impossible to kind of harness that sort of feeling knowing that you're not on 1 HP, but that's what you should aim to... That's what you should strive to do, though. You're in desperation times. It's a bad room here. Really bad room. As good as our damage is, it's not. Our tears rate does not match it. We'll take a look at this dice room here. And it's a global D6. So it will reroll everything but devil deals and shops. And just one red heart HP to start would be great, game. Vibrant Bulb is not bad, but it's not something that we can utilize right now. And there's compost. A compost and car battery make for an interesting pairing as well. I think car battery is an absolute must. The only question is, do we spend 10 cents and take compost in a just in case type scenario that we use Diplopia on this floor? I think that we wait. I think we wait to see what the devil deal gives us here. Think about doubling that, but I don't think Vibrant Bulb actually gives us the stats right now. We don't have any charge in our item. Again, this is a terrible room. We're gonna get hit. So we get sulfuric acid, which is fine. I hated using the stars card there, but it was either that or we take a hit. Sulfuric acid is going to give us a damage upgrade, and more importantly, allow us to break bricks, shoot doors, and get out of stuff like that in case we need it. And it's a mild damage upgrade, nothing crazy. But I really, really use sulfuric acid. Wow, I didn't even know that he shot that. What I really use it for is just to get through doors, though. Just run out of rooms that I don't feel like being in. Let's take out you because we're going to need the entire room for this. Okay, so this is a pivotal moment in this run. Because we need... Oh, we're not going to get any help from war. We need something to use Diplopia here, or we risk holding on to it for too long. But car battery and compost is not a terrible. It's a legitimate combo because it's the only thing that makes car battery good, other than comboing that with the 9-volt. Because we can get a swarm and really take off, but again with an orbital here, we get no help on that front. So now we have a big decision to make here. Are we going to go for Diplopia, or are we going to go for this compost combo that we're looking for? The cursed room here, but again, I'm apprehensive to use any HP currently. I don't know why, but this run it still doesn't feel stable right now. The soul heart is pretty good. It might just be because we have just enough tiers to feel comfortable, but not enough tiers to be dominant in the early game here as we go on to towards the mid-late game now. So it's big boy, big girl decision time now. Are we going to use Diplopia is bottom line here. We can't get into the curse room for free. I guess I should have used the 4 room to reroll. Or, ooh, Blessed Penny, too. The Blessed Penny is very, very interesting here. And take the quarter, because we're going to need all this money. Now it's not really much of a risk for us to buy compost, just as a sort of in case we want it measure, because we have so much money now. So this is a pretty nice mob trap room. And yes, we could have used the 4 room to reroll quarter, but I think it's worth it for us to hold on to. Say goodbye to the petrified poop and hello to hopefully the HP promised land here. As we have a chance, a very small chance, but a chance to spawn a soul heart every time, or half of soul heart every time we pick up a penny, any coin. The denomination of the coin, I think, increases the chance of you getting a half soul heart. Hangman might be good for generating some emergency HP there, as that's going to turn us into Tainted Keeper for a few seconds. Okay, car battery. We're going to take compost, but we're not going to use it. Well, I mean, I guess we could use it. It doesn't really matter right now. It doesn't destroy item pedestals, so. Soul converter. We can at least use the soul converter and activate. Oh no, we have car battery. I just forgot. I didn't think that worked with. I did not think that worked with converter. Mom's box. We can try to get 2 trinkets out of this. Now, this also does help us with the payout of the Blessed Penny. Spider mod. Get the member card, which could be interesting here with Diplopia. And it's not. All right. Thank you, membership card. So now, what we must do we have to decide if compost car battery is the play here. This is a good use of the reverse hangman card for sure. Now I'm going to try to avoid picking up any of these coins. Can you guess why? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller. It's because I want to go back and get Mom's box to boost our chances of us getting a payout from those coins more so than we ever would have had by not being Tainted Keeper. Or by not having Mom's box. This is a terrible room for us, by the way. Absolutely horrible. Need to get rid of these rocks so we have full range of motion up here. Super Envy is one of the most deceptively dangerous mobs in all of the game. In all of Isaac. Don't get it twisted. May seem silly, but you can find yourself in a bad situation very quickly going up against Super Envy. Oh my gosh, okay. Look how many flies we just got too, man. Okay, so we're going to go and pick up Mom's box. We still have the Blessed Penny. This is going to boost. It's going to double our luck. Basically, it just doubles the effect of all trinkets. So we now have a 26% chance, 25% chance to gain a half soul heart. Undoubtedly, we should get at least 5 out of here. I'm hoping. Oh, baby. There we go. There we go, mama. We have a half left over. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful play. And so difficult to decide on this one, man. It really is. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with the compost car battery combo. I'm going to use Diplopia in here. Now, why in here? Because I hope that the 4 room re-rolls down there. It's not going to re-roll the shop, but it will re-roll all other item pedestals. I should go into the curse room now just to see. And I'm going to be real mad if there's a guppy item in here. Save our half soul heart and a bit of time here. I thought we were going to make boss rush. Boss rush and Hush is out of the question. It's still only Necropolis 1, brother. All right, here we go. Let's see. This 4 room could be huge. Let's go check out the Super Envy roll first. Sounds like a sushi restaurant I do not want to go to. Amolacria. Our tears rate's already real bad. We don't. I don't think Amolacria is going to be it. I like Hammer Lacria, but not in this spot. Now, if we had the tier detonator or something like that, then you got my attention. Our tears rate is already pretty abysmal. It does re-roll the shop. I am mistaken. Get balls of steel. It's the luck foot. But it didn't roll the one I thought it would, so... There you go. Activate Dark Prince's Crown. I don't care about Scam Box, and we are out of here. So a very, very, very long, convoluted floor, but that was completely necessary, by the way. I'm satisfied with what we did, what we accomplished here. We needed to make a big-time play, and we made it. I can't believe the Sea Room's not there. Oh, we just lost Dark Prince's Crown's bonuses. There we go. Yeah, worth it. So, okay. And we're finally ready to go down to Necropolis 2. Again, I do feel that everything we did there was totally necessary and warranted. Now, if I had taken more than half a second to read the external information, I would have probably seen that that the 4-room does reroll shops. Fine Intervention is not what I want. We get a Perthro rune. Okay, Perthro rune's gonna be good if we end up getting into boss rush somehow. I did smelt the Blessed Penny, so we can free up that trinket slot again. The hardest part about this combo is just getting started. If we can manage to get our spiders and flies rolling, then it becomes the powerhouse of all powerhouses. But keeping your swarm safe is extremely hard to do when you've got so few of them. As you just saw right there. Which is why 9-volt is also kind of needed to give us that old school swarm combo that we had back in the day with Compost and nothing else. Compost used to be top tier. It used to be fantastic. Now it needs a lot of pieces to kind of get out of control. And even though the functionality of the item has not changed, Isaac has. Repentance Plus has added so many new mobs that just run at you. There's no way for the spiders and flies to take down at a 1-to-1 ratio. And that was the main difference between the functionality and the usage of Compost from Afterbirth Plus to Repentance. So it's still an okay combo. It's just not a viable combo anymore without lots of help. Speaking of help, I really hope that we get a tiers upgrade game. That'd be real nice. Yep. Now, if we really wanted to, I could go through all these skulls and mushrooms and stuff that we see to try to get... You know, like just try to get drops from them. If I wanted to, if we had to. I'm actually gonna yeah, let's slurp that up and see if we can start our swarm here. We need rooms like this. Okay. Don't need rooms like this where these really big, jumpy, tanky mobs that run right towards us. So I need to go back here, do this. We have full HP. There's no excuse for us not to go in the curse room at this point. We can at least get back down to Dark Prince's Crown territory. And just look at difference in our tears rate. All right, we've got the flies, and they're gonna instantly die to Mom. We need to charge up Deadeye as fast as possible before they hit, because they are based off of your current damage. So we take her out, hit the Polaroid, and Sin Robes would get us down to Polaroid invincibility, and we can use the Perthro rune to maybe reroll multi-dimensional baby. I'm hoping that we find like Dry Baby or something in here too, or Ghost Baby or whatever out of these skulls, because maybe we can get another reroll, but we didn't. Yep. That's why I don't take blind spike items. Okay. I feel like we were the last 2 days we've been very strategy heavy. But honestly, we've kind of needed to be. We went through 2 Curse of the Blinds, just back-to-back Curse of the Blinds on 1 HP on this episode. I mean, the game was really trying to cook us there. My least favorite rooms in the entire game right here. But we have the easy mode life hack here for it. More rooms like this. So you see how many spiders are already starting to congregate around Isaac. We just need one more full charge and we are set. And this is great because the spiders cannot die in this room. So it's huge. That's a huge room. You can take pills, so I don't mind them. All the steel is huge. Perks. Be forever, doesn't matter. Perks again. Perks is very good. Black rune, hermit card. Let's take the hermit card. Just for a cheeky little teleport. Last assist is a very bad fight for our swarm, as it is surprisingly tanky, but also with the schmoves it can absorb a lot of your spiders. Yeah, Succubus is a damage up, but not as much as a Dark Princess Crown damage up is. So we can either go get one more full charge, which is what I'm going to do, or go to the next floor. Good. This is a good room here. Very good. Now remember, we are doubling and then doubling again. That's the reason why we have so many spiders behind us now. And this is really where this combo can shine. And remember, those spiders doing 200% of our base damage. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the hermit card. The perks pill is interesting, but not enough to carry with us. If we were in trouble, then for sure I would take it. We really just desperately needed the HP. Or we were low and just needed the wafer effect. It's another great room for compost here. Remember, we have Mom's key too, so that's the reason why these chests have been paying out like crazy. It's a good one to have. We don't need keys anymore. So if we ever get in trouble here, or we need another little base of operations to get all of our spiders, we can just go back in there. But we just found Mom's heart just instantly. So minimal losses of spiders here. They're gonna fan out and watch Mom's HP go down like crazy. Yeah, yeah, she's dead. He is done. Puppy's eye. Fortunately, we don't have Diplopia anymore. We should try to get one more full charge here before leaving, because I want to replenish our spiders and flies again. And we got Curse the Mazed all over the place, so now we have to clear even more rooms. Loban's pretty much ruined our swarm, but we've got so many of them that it's not going to really truly affect us. Let's get one more room clear, game. Grab a Yave, grab a Bumba. And I think, even though some people may have been questioning the Diplopia play, I think it's pretty safe to assume that that was the correct decision that I made there. This is what I was kind of hoping would happen here with Compost. Hey, thank you. Of course, Isaac is going to take all of our spiders, but as long as we got a majority of damage on him, that's all I care about. I don't know about that one game. I don't know about that one game. Felt like I was behind that beam, but okay. Whatever you say, game. So all of our spiders and flies are gone. Hopefully we just get a red portal here and be done with it. But we didn't. Ooh, Parasitoid's actually massive for... I mean, that's huge for Compost. Hi, baby. Yeah, that's huge. Now, I can use the Hermit card if we end up finding a dead end. Since we can't knock ourselves out of the door with Sulfur, I can use the Hermit card to just teleport randomly and just hope. But Parasitoid is absolutely huge because that's going to give us a baseline of spiders to work with every single room. With those egg procs. Great save there by Dumpy. Dime is a guaranteed payout for Blessed Penny. Go. And we've gone the wrong way. Okay. Thanks for turning it into a useful item. That right there was a direct result of those spiders just sitting there. Daddy Longlegs is a very, very bad matchup for our swarm. So are Gurglings. Lost Soul Buddy, check him out now. It's my pledge to everybody. I'm going to just take Lost Soul Buddy immediately so I don't forget him. Welcome to the team, Lost Soul Buddy. I'm sure you're going to survive for a very long time and be totally fine. Nothing bad's going to happen to you. Not so long as I'm in charge. Scan out Mushroom. We finally get a Tears upgrade right at the end of the run. Watch, we're going to get 9 lives now from Super Pride. Watch. Here it comes. Here it comes. Right before the boss. Yep. I told you. I told you. Look. You can't say I didn't call that. I know how this game operates. Trust me, I'm a professional. I'm a professional at being trolled by this game. So thank you for watching, everyone. Another very long-winded run here, but this one particularly versus the last couple ones that we've had, was way more strategy heavy. And I think a lot of people like these type of runs. And if you did like this type of run, make sure you click the like button. That's the best way to support my channel. Remember, we have a like streak goal of 2,000 or more. If you can do that, that'd be awesome. Sending us into the new week and new month. Well, ending November with a bang and going on into the final month of the year, going into December. Be a great way to do it with a Missing No Week starting next Sunday. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great weekend. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Dimble Wimble, Nicholas Fernald, David Dameron, and Data Rez. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of tonight's episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.